In those moments when you do not see a way out of the situation, turn to God, and He will show you the way. God will help to cope with any difficult situation and pave the way, only we must recognize it. We don't always notice what God is doing just because we don't understand how it all happens. Therefore, having received an answer to a prayer, people do not notice it and continue to cry out to God to give an answer to their prayers. So how can you know that God has already helped you and paved the right way? You need to listen when He speaks. Do not believe those who say that God does not care about His children and does not lead them to the true path. Some believers even try to blame God for not stopping them when they made their wrong decision. But the question is, did they ask at that moment for God to give them wisdom? One of the reasons people make so many mistakes is because they are unable to listen to what God is telling them. Many problems and difficult situations draw out people and make it difficult for them to hear God. And if you do not hear God, then you cannot follow His plan, and He cannot force you to do what you do not want. So a lot depends on you. If we are busy with something, sad or angry with God, He may not speak to us, but we must always be ready for the fact that at any moment He could tell us something. The best way to be ready to hear God is to study His Word and turn to Him through prayers. Therefore, we must always listen to what He tells us, because our lives can change from this. God has plans for each of us. He knows our strengths and weaknesses and therefore speaks to each of us differently. God speaks to some through the Bible, to others when they pray. But God will never tell you to do something that goes against His Word.